see. So Jamey, Peaches, I'll let you guys introduce yourselves as you're locals to St. Louis. And
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I'm stoked to have more local guys on.
Yeah. Thanks for having us, man.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, I'm Jamey. I run a gym called the Church. It's just in like a little garage. Kind of just built a garage up, and happened super organically. It's been a super fun experience for sure. Dope opportunity.
Yeah, I'm Peaches. Jamey trains me to fight, and I help out the gym and train people whenever he needs a break with it.
Hell yeah. And you work at the barbershop with Megan.
Yep. We're at Union Barbershop.
Yeah.
It's my 9th year of cutting hair.
Whoa.
Yeah, which is pretty crazy.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, dude, the gym thing.
Yeah.
And like I've got to see it, following Megan, and then that led me to see you guys and her at, training with you guys in the garage.
Yeah.
What started this? How long have you been doing it?
Ooh, so like training people, it's been a while, probably close to a decade or so, because I was always training myself, and I was fighting, and I always had buddies that were like really interested in like, losing weight and stuff like that, so I'd always just take my homies under my wing, kind of push them. Happened super organically, but as far as actually doing like the church thing, it's probably been a little under 2 years. I remember
kind of start of COVID.
Yeah, like right around the same time. Yeah, odd enough. And yeah, dude, it was awesome, man. It just happened. I had a buddy who was like, dude, you want to rent my garage out? And I was like, yeah, because it was getting cold, and at the time I was literally just training people outside.
Now, was this one of the guys you were already training?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
He was like a dude I knew. This dude Nick Powers, shout out Nick Powers, and he pretty much was like, yo, dude, like, because it was getting cold and we couldn't train outside anymore. And,
so you started doing just kind of the field.
Oh, dude, I'd show up Carondelet Park, and I'd show up with just a trunk full of equipment, and I'd be like, all right, let's see what we can, let's put something together, and we just make the best out of it, and but at the end of the day, it was just like push yourself, whatever we were doing, it was just like I'd start with like, a little bit of equipment. Next week I'd buy some more. I'd just kind of keep buying more, just adding things into the workouts and stuff, And once the garage popped off, man, it was cool because like I actually had a place I could like keep everything, so it's easier to get more stuff, But yeah, it's been like 2 years.
Dude,
and,
I love it.
Yeah.
Like I love that story of people making the choice to do their thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
When was the last regular job you were doing?
Life insurance.
I forgot about that.
Fucking life insurance,
Selling
man.
life insurance.
Ooh, man, it was yeah, dude, it was just like
I'd buy.
I felt like I was
for you.
just rotting,
Yeah.
And like the money was good. Like I wasn't complaining about the money or anything, but it was just like, dude, every day was just so miserable, dude. Like the people I was dealing with were just miserable, dude. And like it was just that energy, it just like it kind of attached to me at the end of the day, I'd be just so miserable, man. Like life was just like, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I feel like there's more to this, and that's when I ended up kind of just getting out of that, getting back into the training and stuff, and it kind of happened right after that. Yeah.
So went back into fighting. Were you fighting prior to that?
So a little bit before that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A little bit before that, like probably a couple years or so. Yeah. So it's been just more training people,
Was the insurance with neck tattoos and face tattoos an easy?
So the face tattoos came after, but
Okay.
but surprisingly, dude, it wasn't actually as bad as I thought it was.
I don't think people give a shit.
Yeah, honestly, I think we're getting to that point.
You're finally at that point.
I think we're getting to that point, and then once I'd start talking to people, I think they'd even like me more because they'd be like, oh, like he's a good guy, like he's not,
It's oddly disarming to people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because they want to expect a certain thing.
100%.
I've had my toenails painted and shit for probably the last 20 years for the most part.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to me how disarming it was to people especially now. I'm smaller now than I've been. And so when I was big and traveling and competing, people would meet me and like toenails are painted and like they don't fucking know what to do with you.
Yeah.
Because you don't fit in some easy decision of like, why is this guy kind of fruity? But big and not coming across.
Like wait, I think it makes them like, well, at that point, like judge their sexuality a little bit. Like, wait a minute, hold on, like, wait, like, what's wrong with that? It's like, actually, no, it's okay.
It makes tough guys really weird.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's a really weird.
I feel like what people don't like understand, they immediately kind of like are standoffish too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of just like they'll kind of be judgmental to like what you're doing if it's not something that they would understand or do.
Yeah, of course, right? So with that, like, how do you decide to start going to the park? So you're training a couple, because I just love that you've built your thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So it all started pretty much, I had a buddy that had hit me up and he's like, dude, I see like all this cool shit you're doing, you know? Like I had a buddy lose like 210 pounds.
Holy shit.
210 pounds. I got the before and afters on my Instagram. His before and after is like what got everything started for me. Dude named Jack. He's fought on like Shamrock a couple times. Good fighter. But he was like 380 pounds. Wow. Yeah, and we got him down to 170.
I'm guessing he's not 6'10".
No, he's like no.
He's gotta be like 5'8".
I know one guy who weighs 380 and looks pretty good.
Yeah.
He's 6'10".
No,
there we go.
No, this dude's like 5'9". Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
it's not a good look.
No, not at all. And but he kind of popped everything off for me because like I did like one day just like post like a before and after, like, yo, he's killing it, you know. And I had all these people start hitting me up, and then I started training this one dude, and he's like, so what do I pay you, you know? And I'm like, yeah, like what? I just do this. Like, he's like, you know, and he's like, well, I'm going to pay you, you know? He's like, I feel like you deserve it. I've had other trainers before and like you pushed me harder than they did, you know? He's like, I feel like you deserve it. And I was like, all right, cool. And then it just started turning into this thing where I had just more clients. And like, yeah, it happened so organically. Like I didn't realize what was happening as it was happening. Cause in my mind, I'm just like, oh, I'm just working out. I'm just like, so in the moment,
You're
you know?
on you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it all just like unraveled in front of me. And it's honestly like the coolest thing that's ever happened. Cause like, I just don't even know what I would be doing without this. You know, I'm at that point where I'm like,
I understand.
It literally found me, man. Like it's crazy. I was kind of a wild kid, and this just like straightened me out. So like without this, the discipline, like everything that comes with it, it really like straightened me out. You know, like I had gotten kicked out of school as like an early age, you know, and just kind of like
just for bullshit or
just being like a shithead. ADD, man, ADD, and like my parents would try to give me medicine, you know, and I wouldn't take it. I'd like put it in my mouth and then like I leave and then I just spit it out.
No, I just did the same thing.
Yeah,
I tried to have me on Ritalin. I'm like, fuck
exactly.
This.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. It made me hate my life, dude. It made me not want to eat, not want to do anything, you know, and yeah, but every time I went without it, the teachers knew.
Yep.
they knew immediately.
Yeah, man.
They look at me.
The good parts were really good, but man, whenever I lost it and got lost focus, I am fucking bonkers.
And it got to the point where like I remember going to school and they'd be like, "You didn't take your medicine." I wouldn't even do anything wrong. I'd be like, "No, I took it.
Becomes such a shitty crutch."
They'd make me go to the clinic, bro. And they would give me my medicine. So they had my medicine at the school. So they wouldn't believe. I could have double taken it because they didn't believe me. And they'd make me take my medicine at school, and I'd be like, "Oh, I took my medicine." I never did, but but they, you know. So like, yeah, it was just always like, you know, school isn't for everybody, you know. And like, I was just I was just so hyper as a kid, you know. I couldn't sit still. I was just like, you know, my focus was always just like in other places, you know.
And it's crazy, and I think it's wildly fucking important with the way school is and kids and ADD and everything with it, that, you know, it's energy.
Yeah, totally.
And for me, like the standard education process was not ideal for me.
Same.
I was able to make it through, like, and I know I'm not on the extreme side of stuff.
Yeah,
but like that energy, where I have it that other people don't, is when I find a thing I love.
Yeah, absolutely. That's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
I'm unstoppable.
100%. Yeah.
Right? And so we try to break it fucking out of kids.
Yeah.
That, you know, maybe there just needs to be another route for these kids to figure out what the obsession is.
100%.
Well, and I think we're starting to go that way now too, because it's like, I mean, a lot of people in our generation now that are avoiding college or like finding other avenues to make things happen. And
totally.
Like, some of the highest paying jobs right now are trade schools.
They should
be. As they should be.
100%. 100%. You know? Skills, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, like you, I mean, trade school, going to barber school. What was your previous path before that?
Ooh, I bartended and I poured concrete. I was a laborer.
There you go.
Yeah.
Both important jobs in your life, I imagine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Taught you what I don't want to do.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's a terrible job.
Oh my God. And it was like, we were doing it like, you know, south of St. Louis. So it's all residential flat work, but it's all in hills. So just carrying like my size, carrying wheelbarrows of concrete. And it's like knowing that if I dropped it, like my ass was on the line.
Yeah,
It was like,
oh yeah.
So I was like holding it just as tight as I could, just getting down in these basements and pouring it in
Such
there.
a big guy hauling wheelbarrows of concrete, as I imagine.
Oh yeah, dude. It was like, why are you having
You're
the
just
smallest...
wrestling a refrigerator.
Dude, yeah, just like trying so hard. Like, just it's like middle of winter. I'm sweating. Like I'm just like, God damn.
You lose balance barely on that wheelbarrow. It's over, dude.
I got pretty good with it though, man. I only spilled it once.
And then got into cutting hair. What transitioned to that?
So growing up, I mean, you know, my parents are still together, but my dad traveled a lot for his job. So I was around my mom and all my aunts and stuff, and they hung out in a salon. My uncle owned a salon with his partner, so kind of grew up there, like just always around it, and then played select baseball for my barber for a number of years. And then got out, and it was like, when I was getting close to done with high school, it was like, I was a good student just because it was easy to me. It was like, it was just like, oh, this is all you're required. Like I could show up and take a test and never study for it. And like it was just super easy to get out. And my parents were very pushy on like, no, they weren't pushy, but they were like, you should go to college. And I was like, I want to cut hair. I think that'd be way more fun. She's like, no, go to college. So I did it for a year and a half, and I was like, this is bullshit. I remember like calling my mom on the phone, like, hey, I just dropped out of college. And then she's like, I got to call you back. So I'm sitting in my car. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm just already ready for the chew out. I'm like, whatever they're going to say, like, I'm just going to take it and just, like, let them have their, like, moment. So she calls back and she's like, hey, I've got your dad here. We just want to let you know that we're not upset, and we know you're going to do awesome things, and, like, just go do your own thing. And I was like, what? It was that easy? I could
But what a moment, right? Like, what a moment to feel support.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, at that critical junction in life of, like, I have left the path that is standard success.
Yep.
Which means I need to go to college, get a degree, get a job, X, Y, and Z. And and that's part of what I'm just so turned on right now and fascinated by people who've decided to build their own path.
Yeah.
And that there's so many fucking options out there to kick ass.
Yeah.
None of them are easy.
No, definitely.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
There's no fucking easy route.
No.
Whether you want to work for someone else or do your own thing,
right.
Both are extremely hard.
Definitely. Yeah.
So if hard work is going to have to be done either way, why not do it for you?
Absolutely.
That's exactly right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you're going to have to work anyways, you might as well, work towards building something,
It's like, now it's like, I'll probably be a barber the rest of my life, but now it's like this new avenue is coming with Jamey, where it's like, now I'm like helping train people and learning that.
Tell me about that. So you're fighting.
Yes, I'm fighting.
Muay Thai?
Kickboxing.
Kickboxing. Okay.
Yeah.
January 22nd.
Where's the fight going to be?
Ameristar, Shamrock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck, if we're in town.
Yeah,
dude,
please let me know.
Come
sick.
out.
And like I said, dude, that one of the reasons Sunday was, for fighters or any of that, please.
Yeah.
With the cold tub, hot, anything
dude.
I can be of service to help
100%.
your people, I want to be of service.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Oh, we'll come. We'll come. Yeah, for sure.
Because, dude, we've been really excited, kind of feeling back, St. Louis and being here, and then starting to kind of build a little bit more community. We opened the doors on Halloween for the gym for just kind of a hangout.
Just this past Halloween?
Yeah.
No way.
And so like that
okay.
was prior. I've had the space for a year.
Okay.
And I've never intended to allow civilians in.
Okay. So it's supposed to be like a private thing. Okay.
Totally private.
Okay.
Like I don't charge anyone a membership or I don't train anyone.
Yeah. Oh, that's just
I don't have any clients.
Yeah, okay.
Neither does my chick. Like
okay.
So it's for the podcast and it's for the apparel brand, which gives us a place to shoot content and film, so we don't have to deal with noise or anything being in the way.
Yeah, it's like a gold mine for like the content, dude. Like you killed this place, man.
And we've loved it.
Yeah.
And so when we opened up on Halloween, it's a really shitty thing, right? And like I'm sure you've both dealt with it, but like the imposter syndrome shit starts showing up.
Oh yeah.
And so there's part of it, and it's really easy because there's a following or whatever it is that we've got between myself and Bonnie and the brand of like, if we open the doors, we're gonna be fucking swamped.
Oh, for sure.
With people.
Yeah.
It's fucking not true. We live in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Like most of the people that follow me don't live in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
I feel
the reality of that is the fear of I open the doors and no one comes.
Yeah.
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 And then you have to be public about it.
Right.
Because you were public about it by fucking open the door.
Yeah.
And so we did the Halloween party and we're halfway promoted it out of the same bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, that fucking failure avoidance of like, well, we didn't really fucking try to promote it. And it was fucking rad.
Yeah.
Dude, we had probably 50 people show up. We had pizza.
Yeah.
We fucking hung out, smoked a bunch of pot.
Yeah.
Fucking lounged around in fucking beanbags.
Hey, we would have been there, man.
Yeah, dude. Like, that's it. And we're going to do more stuff up here.
Okay.
And so really excited to kind of, we did that and it felt really good. Like it didn't feel like a gym. It just felt like a space.
Like an actual community, you know?
Yeah. Definitely.
And so that turned into a mentorship group. I'm working with some people, and then we open the doors on Sundays, and so that's now open for the Sunday services when we're in town. And it's basically
so
like,
sick, dude.
Yo, come be part.
Yeah.
Oh, we will for sure, man.
Yo, we don't plan a workout. We don't plan anything.
Just show up, and I love that, dude.
Come catch a vibe, man. You want to sit in the beanbag and chat and watch fucking movies?
Dude, I love it.
Oh, dude, yeah. I just sat on that assault runner the entire. I couldn't get off that thing.
It's a fucking really fun tool.
It's a good way to network, though, too. You know.
Well, and man, I hate the term because it gets gross.
Right.
But I want to be around other people who give a shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
And like I think that becomes really critical like at that chapter in life when people are starting to kind of wake up and be I remember waking up to it and feeling like, oh man, the people I'm around just do the same bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.
All the time.
Yeah.
And no one's growing.
Right. Yeah.
I need to find something else. And so I was lucky enough to escape, and like I got a really rad group of friends that I got to travel around and be around and get motivated by.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize like most people don't have that.
That's so important too.
And so like fuck it, we'll open the door, we'll be a resource. We'll show people that what we do, this is a real thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, man, I'm stoked to see it from other people too.
Yeah, I love it, dude. I love it. Same, bro.
So back to fighting.
Oh yeah.
How long have you been?
God, I've been fighting. I mean, competitively for a year now.
Yeah,
that's when I really started taking it seriously. But I was like training probably 1 to 2 days a week at another gym for a little less than 2 years.
Yeah,
2.5 years or so.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when COVID went around, it was like all the gyms were closed, and when they opened back up, it was like, hey, you can only be in here for this much time for this, and it's like there's no sparring. That's when I hit up Jamey. I was like, hey man, can you get me in, because I just let myself go during the lockdown. So by myself and my dogs, I'm like, fuck it. Well,
dude,
what else am I gonna do?
He dropped a quick 40 pounds.
Yeah,
Did you?
Oh my
right
god,
off the bat.
You put on a sweet COVID 40?
Oh, dude, it was bad.
He was
fucking A.
He was on some thick boy shit, for sure.
I'm proud.
Yeah, I went from like running half marathons to just fucking being way too high. I mean, still way too high, but way too high and not active. And it was like, you know, and that's like, you know, when I started realizing, it's like that's when like the depression, all those like negative little fucking demons start coming up in your head and creating like false realities and stuff. And then
totally.
So I hit Jamey. I was like, hey, can you get me in shape to fight again? Thinking that I was gonna like, he was gonna have me work out a couple times and then I'd go back to their gym, and then very quickly it's like, nah, nothing against that other gym too, but it was like, nah,
it's a good gym.
No,
it's like
it's not a one or the other, but it's finding your fit.
Just where you fit in. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Look, I'm not. My thing here is not going to be everyone's cup of tea.
No, yeah.
People want a structure. People want to come in and train and do that
and have it like fed to them. Like this is what we're doing today, instead of like,
it's not what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Like the whole workout thing is a lie to get people in.
Right.
Yeah, dude. I kind of feel like that sometimes at the church too.
Right,
dude.
Right? You know, it is that group suffering.
Yeah, totally.
Now, anything to it with church other than a good branding name?
Well, like my more of the branding. I mean, I do come from like kind of like a Christian family. Like my dad's like a pastor. He's like old school Italian dude. He's like a pastor, and so like I've kind of grown up around it. You know what I'm saying? But in not so much. There's nothing really tied to it as far as religious. You know,
I remember immediately this night because
the story is incredible, dude.
We were at the old gym hanging out, and it was like we'd have let loose in our buddy's house a little bit.
Understand?
Yeah. And then like everyone is coming up to Jamey and it's like, dude, you're changing people's lives. You're doing this, and it's like you're saving people. And it's like, what are you guys gonna call it? I'm out of my mind at this point. I'm like, it's just the Church of Jamey.
Yeah.
Like, and then we all just like pick him up and we're chanting it. There's a video of it somewhere.
It was like 10 people who I've like helped train, and like they just all like pick me up and like put me above their head. I'm like, Church of Jamey.
It's like 3 a.m. We're screaming on the south side, just
dude.
letting it out.
That's one of those situations that, like, in the moment of it, like, is so fucking good,
dude.
Right? But if you were to be like 200 feet away, looking from like a side, like, fuck, are they doing?
Yeah.
That's a joke we always talk about. It's like that we kind of started a cult.
Yeah.
We started a cult for sure.
I've been oddly watching a lot of cult documentaries, like while doing cardio and shit. So I watched the Heaven's Gate one, and I watched
that's a good
NXIVM one. And
the NXIVM one is one of my favorite things I've ever seen.
That guy just started branding chicks.
Oh yeah. Oh my! Willingly, those girls got branded by him, which blows my mind. He got in their head so deep. He's like, "Yeah, you want this, don't you?" He's like, "Please give me the brand. Give me the brand."
Crazy to me,
dude.
Yeah, and the closest I've ever been to what felt like a cult would have been being around a lot of the friends from On It.
Yeah.
Worked with them for a long time, and like that was kind of the first group of people that I got to be around. That was the fucking immediate exposure to psychedelics and everything that got me down that road.
Yeah.
And it was such an interesting, eye-opening crowd to be around. I just had never been around anything like it.
Right.
While not a cult. I don't know where you draw that. I don't know when it becomes cult.
I know. We ask each other that every day. We're like, I don't think we know yet. So we'll just kind of be like, we're not a cult.
I mean, if you're building culture, I don't know the, I guess, technical definition. Of
I know that's
where cult comes in.
I know, it's like, how serious do people take that?
Does it have to be nefarious to be a cult? Like, have to be some crooked shit going on?
I think once we start doing crime, like, I think that's when
that's just mafia.
Yeah.
Organized crime is
all
mafia.
Right, cool. We'll call it mafia from now on.
It's just organized different thinking. I don't know what cult is.
I think when it becomes a cult is when everyone starts living together, you know? Like, if we had a compound.
What, because we're trying to be economic?
Yeah. See that?
How fucking dare them.
Dude, or maybe if we all had the same Nike shoes, too. Like, that might be doing.
Yeah,
that does.
But then those Nikes that they wore in Heaven's Gate were so sick, too.
Yeah, but that was the only thing they had going for them. Other than that, it was this weird, oversized, shitty button-up shirt.
Bad haircuts.
Looked like Lego hair on everyone.
My God. They would take, like people that were just generally attractive, and then like a year into this cult, they just looked like metamorphosed weirdos.
They ain't getting those peachy haircuts.
Yeah, never.
Did the Heaven's Gate people, did they have a diet that went with their thing? I know the NXIVM thing does, but that's typical in like weird submissive things, is like they'll fully control every part of you, including the diet, and that's then you're in a weird weakened state because you're not eating, and so everything seems like an okay idea.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Never thought about that. Like, they had to have a weird diet. There's no way that they didn't. There's no way they're like, go down to Sbarro and get a slice.
No, that authentic New York style.
Yeah, in the middle of Southern California.
That's right. It's the best it can get. So, as you start coaching, right? And now you're getting people to start hitting you with like, I'd like to pay you.
Yeah.
It's a weird transition.
It is, dude. It's completely different, man. Yeah, it was wild, bro. It was like the first time I realized, like, holy shit, like, I love doing this. There's really an opportunity to do this and like actually be able to make a living, you know. It's like, I didn't even know. It never even crossed my mind. I never even thought about it, you know.
It's an odd feeling charging when you find a thing you like doing.
Yeah.
It's weird to charge for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because everything I've ever been taught about like a job is like, I'm doing a fucking service. I should hate doing this. And that's why there's a money exchange.
That's exactly right. Yeah. It's like you almost expect to have some type of suffering involved with them with the money you're making, you know. It's like you kind of gotta like you gotta, you know. It's like that's kind of how like what society's created, you know.
Now, do you have a limit on how many people you work with? Do you?
Oh man.
Shit, when I counted. Recently, when we were looking at the spots, it's like upwards of 70 plus right now.
Yeah.
Over a month.
Yeah, some people come maybe once a week.
You have like 70 people come out to that garage.
Yeah, dude.
Like, at the same time.
Not at the same time.
Okay.
The biggest group I think I've ever had was maybe around 25 or so.
Fuck, dude, that's so cool.
Yeah, but it's insane, dude, and it's just like, I've never had so much gratitude about anything. Like, I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, every day I wake up, I'm like,
for anyone listening, anyone around St. Louis in the area, where would they get in touch with you to just find all this, and how much is drop-ins, everything?
Church of Jamey Instagram. And yeah, so drop-in's just 25. I'm doing like a thing right now where it's like 3 for 60, you know. So like if you buy a couple sessions, you know, it's more. But like we're looking at a new building, so as we get into a new building, we're looking to do like just like a membership program. So
yeah,
like, yeah. So
yeah, dude, where are you looking?
Cherokee, the Cinderella building. It's sick, dude.
It's across from the Casa Loma Ballroom.
Yeah, and it's
I don't know my way around.
Oh shit. Do you know where? What is that brewery? Earthbound. It's like right across the street from Earthbound Brewery.
Is that what side of town?
South side.
Soulard?
It's pretty close.
Okay,
pretty close. It's like a few minutes probably. Like
I've only
5
been
minutes.
here for 3 years.
Which okay.
It should not be an excuse.
It gets confusing, man.
I'm really bad. Like I travel a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't travel around St. Louis at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm here.
You have like your places.
Or I'm at my house.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I feel like the same thing nowadays. I'm either like at work, home, or at the gym.
Well,
it's like
everything's delivered to my house.
Right.
I have a meal prep service that delivers to me. I order from Amazon. I'm not going to the fucking grocery store.
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
Yeah,
What a terrible waste of my time. When it can be delivered and I can focus on things that are 100%, more fun.
Yeah. Efficient, man.
Yeah, and so it's weird because it changes my perspective of like the rest of the world because I don't interact with it much.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's really easy to be like, whatever's happening out there is just fine. I'll just get focused on my universe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, and see, I'm a weirdo. I love going to the grocery store, man. I fucking love walking around, just people watching.
Yeah, I'm not into the.
Not into it.
Oh my god, I fucking like.
I find
it's too many lights.
I find other people to be moving at a pace that I find infuriating.
Dude, yes. Okay, yeah, that too.
Like we went to City Foundry the other day for the first time, checking out all the little eating spots and all that type of shit. And I'm walking around this place and I realize there's no coffee shop. Odd.
Super strange, yeah.
And because I'm a lunatic and we own a coffee brand, I'm like, okay, so fuck it. What's a space cost? Like I've now started emailing to figure it out. I'm like, there's no fucking coffee spots in there. Someone's going to open one.
Oh yeah.
And kill it.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
And so like I look at things now that way of like, it didn't cost me anything to find out.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
So why not investigate?
Totally.
Until there's a roadblock that I'm like, nope.
Yeah. Yeah.
When they're like, it's $25,000 a month, I'll be like, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Eat a dick. You know?
But until then, I don't know. Like, I don't know if opening a coffee spot, a coffee spot with habit inside there, I don't know if it cost me $15,000 to build it out and have it running, or $150,000.
Right.
Oh God, yeah.
So I don't know.
Right. That's a good question.
So I may as well fucking find out.
Well, I will say, man, like all the coffee shops I be seeing, man, they be filled with people.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
I waited in line for 5 minutes at the waffle place in there to get a really shit cup of coffee from a guy that was the slowest moving human I've ever fucking seen. And I stood around for 3 minutes or 5 more minutes to wait for my cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. I was like, that was fucking 10 minutes. Fucking 10 minutes. Like, why is that guy move so slow? I was just infuriated.
He needs to drink some of that coffee.
Yeah.
Which is wild because he works at a fucking coffee.
He works at a waffle place. So there's not even a coffee
okay.
shop in there. They just are the only place that even sells coffee.
Damn, but still, that sugar from the waffles? Come on, man. It should be.
Yeah, coffee shop. Someone's going to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out how it could just be me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Capitalize, man.
Take it over. Man.
There is a coffee vacuum that will collect money over there. Someone needs to install it.
Yeah,
That's all that place is missing.
It would just print money.
Right.
Oh,
it would do pretty well.
Yeah.
Dude,
especially as that gets
for sure
more built out over there too.
Yeah, that location's popping off.
Yeah, and dude, so that's how I look at stuff now and dream.
Yeah.
Like I'll see a thing like that and I'm just like, what would that take?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can realistically copy and figure that out. Where are the barriers to not being able to do it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and don't freak out until you figure those out.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's cool. Like you're doing that too without like a business degree. You know, it's
fuck, I have no clue what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. But that just goes to show you, it's like you can learn this shit.
Oh, dude, 100%, man.
People go
100%.
So much debt.
Well, so I asked my brother that the other day. We worked in the same industry, the oil and gas industry, for a long time. He's still doing outside sales and managing people and real fucking kick-ass human, like adult job.
Yeah.
And he's got a degree in business management. And I was like, what from your degree has been valuable for anything you've done?
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Like it's all on the job training.
Yeah.
100%. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. Like the only thing I got from any the business classes I took was I took an accounting class and I said, I'll have to pay someone to do that.
No,
It's the fucking only thing I learned immediately was like, do not do this yourself. Fucking pay another person to help you.
No. I will. I will.
If you're ever making enough money that this is a thing you should have to care about, pay someone else.
Dude, fuck that. You do never want the IRS at your door, man. That's like one of my only fears. Like,
yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Yeah, I've just been. You don't win. They take all your stuff. You go to jail forever. That's what I believe happens.
That's what and I'm not going to tell myself anything else.
Meanwhile, I hear stories of I had a guy on the podcast that went through a really hard time with addiction and like had a house foreclosed on. He's like lived in it for 2 years before anyone.
Yeah, it's weird. Like,
no one's coming.
No way.
Like whose job is it they're going to come run you out of your fucking house? It's not.
We had a buddy that he went 14 years without paying his taxes.
It's like Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, he went 14 years, and they caught him, and he was like, "I don't know how to do it. I didn't know I had to pay that. So like, all right, well, we're garnishing."
Was he just a cash dude?
Yeah, he was a tattooer, so just like hustle and flow. So it was like he had like it was something crazy. It was a high number that he owed him. So they're like, we're gonna garnish.
Quickly.
Oh yeah, they're like, we're gonna garnish your wages for like the next 15 years for you to pay this back. He's like, fuck, I guess this is what I'm gonna have to do. After 3 years, they're like, all right, you're good. And I was like, so he owed like an absurd amount of money and ended up only having to pay like
a little bit of that.
15.
No,
like,
we have a friend of ours, I guess, who like works in auditing.
Yeah,
and she was saying that she's got some client who's in his 70s.
Yeah.
Like fucking ready to retire, just old dude. Has owned this furniture business for a bunch of years and has paid like 0 taxes for fucking 15 years or 12 or like some obnoxious amount and owes like $1 million in fucking taxes. And she's like, he doesn't give a fuck. Like doesn't sweat it, isn't stressed. And I'm like, was it just part of the fucking business plan?
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck them. At some time they'll come after me. And I'll just wait until they settle for less than I would have paid over 20 years of fucking taxes.
Yeah.
Eat my dick.
Yeah. Dude. They'd rather get anything than nothing at all. Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know, that's crazy.
Other than they'll send you to jail for it.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
Shit, you get a little room and board, you know?
Man, being in jail seems real shitty.
Yeah.
I've luckily never been arrested.
Yeah.
No, I went to
we?
No, not Jamie, but I was in a holding cell for like enough to watch Rocky 1 through 4.
All 4 movies.
Yeah, because we could sit like we just for skateboarding too. It was trespassing when we were 18.
What?
Yeah.
Oh god.
So we're in Clayton, and then we could see like their TV. So we're like 5 of us are piled up, and then like before Rocky 5 came out, it's like, yo, you guys will let us out of here before Rocky 5 comes on because it's the worst fucking movie. So they let us out, and like everything ended up being all right. A couple.
Wait, Rocky 5 ain't that bad.
Come on.
It's
Rocky
not.
5's rough.
Yeah, but it's
Rocky 5's the one like with his kid, right?
No,
like,
that's
Rocky
5's with Tommy Morrison, bro.
Yeah, Tommy Guns.
Yeah,
where it's like
Tommy Guns, and they fight in the street.
4 is Russia.
Yeah, 4 is Russia.
Which is
the fight in the street
best.
is sick.
4, oh yeah,
4 is
by
great.
far, yeah, for sure. But 5, dude, I like 5.
5
dude.
is good. Yeah, but it's
not bad.
fucking Amanda. I'll sue.
Yeah.
Sue me for what?
Yeah, sue me for what? Like,
He punched him.
Yeah,
That's exactly what for.
that ending fight scene is cool, but
dude,
that movie is a rough one.
That ending fight scene looks like they just made a 3D Street Fighter. Like,
Yeah.
Like just Balrog out in the street. Fucking,
yeah. I don't know. I guess I was young when I saw it. It was
Go
just,
watch
you
it.
know,
Sure.
you know. But it's still like a Rocky movie. So.
It is.
I would give it. Ivan Drago's the first is the best.
Yeah, that 4 is for sure. Yeah,
for sure. Number 1 is the next.
Oh yeah,
it's just incredible.
100%.
2 and 3 get loose, don't they? Because you've got like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Where then you've got
Mr.
Thunder Lips Sousa.
Yeah.
And then you have Mr. T.
Yeah,
Mr.
Fucking
T.
Thunder Lips is a killer.
Yeah.
But here's the question too. It's like, where do you put the Creed movies in those?
I feel Creed. They're post. Like they're not as good as the Rocky films.
Yeah. I love the Creed movies.
They're great. Yeah. But they're different movies.
Yeah.
Right? Like
totally.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same feel.
Like Rocky's special because Rocky's like watching an open micer crush it.
Yeah.
Like that guy directed and wrote it. Like Sylvester Stallone fucking murders that
fucking
right?
is so fucking.
And no one should fucking give a shit about him. He hadn't done anything special up to that point. Like some weird porn or something like that. Like whatever it is. And then look by Creed. Like, you're a fucking Michael Bay blockbuster. Like, you have all the resources to make the greatest movie ever and hire incredible actors and do all that. Like, it's not the same.
No. Good point.
You know what I mean? Like, what do you think fucking catering on the set of Rocky 1 looked like?
I know.
But brought sandwiches.
Like, just government cheese.
Yeah.
Only.
Yeah, like
bring your own lunches. We're shooting from 12 to 2.
It's like the off-brand Cheetos and shit.
Fucking Rocky, man. Interesting guy. I got a buddy that's personal trained him for
no shit.
like 30 years.
I bet he's a weirdo.
Dude,
he is a weirdo.
He's still badass though, dude. I seen a video of him like not too long ago, dude. He was busting out weighted pull-ups with like 100-pound dumbbell, bro.
Yeah. Other than being like 5 foot tall.
Yeah.
Is he really
He's
short?
a really tiny guy.
Yeah, he's short. Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know that.
Really tiny guy. I crossed paths with him once at Gunner's Gym, and very weird.
Really?
Super weird.
Because
I've had a couple moments. That was one of them where I'd come in and we'd finished up a workout, and like he had come in early for his training session before we got out of there, and then like 3 of us were just standing around shooting the shit. And it's really weird to be like, you're fucking Rambo. Why am I having a normal conversation about bullshit with Rambo and Rocky? Like, and I need to pretend that that's not what's fucking going on.
Yeah.
Like looking through him, just like, no, I didn't see you knock out a fucking Russian in the Cold War in front of us.
Crazy. Crazy, man.
What? Yeah, that'd be fucking weird. Like, what was the conversation you had? What was it?
We were literally just talking about bullshit.
Just
like fucking traffic or being in LA or who had what for breakfast. Who fucking knows? Like, it was just meaningless dribble amongst 3 dudes.
I wonder if when you're that famous, if like that's how you get like an enjoyment conversation. It's just like, cool, no one's asking me for anything.
Yeah, no one's talking about shit I've done, you know.
You know, the handful of people I've got to meet, like, they're all still just people.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, still at the end of the day, they're just people. It only gets weird when a bunch of people who don't know them show up.
Right.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, they still do regular things.
Yeah. Put their pants on one leg at a time still.
Yeah, just like you do. Make gold records afterwards.
I like to jump in mine, you know. I have a slide that I just go right into my pants and
go arms in.
Yeah.
Some fucking
working all the way down like a straight jacket.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure shit.
Every day, man. Dude, I would kill to live in that house.
So how do you feel about your fight coming up? How many fights have you done?
I did one, and this is my second one.
Yep, second one.
Yeah.
First kickboxing.
How's that experience?
It's awesome. It's like jumping out of a fucking plane, like the whole time. I remember, like, getting ready and talking to Jamie before he walked in the ring and like throwing mitts, and I was like, I can't feel my arms, dude. And he's like, you're doing fine. You're good. Just
nerves.
Good. You're just nervous. I was like,
I bet.
But I didn't feel nervous. That was the crazy thing. Like, I still felt real calm, collected, but my arms just felt like noodles out there. And I was like,
the nerves hit, and people don't realize.
There is fight or flight. Your body's like, fucking panic. Put all the blood to the major vital organs.
Yeah, exactly. You're just caught in like a constant flex, and you don't realize it. So you're not just fighting, right? But you're fighting while you're flexing every muscle in your whole body. And you don't realize it because your nerves and your adrenaline, you know? It's like you're not even aware of it happening, you know? So like that's why like the most important thing, like I tell anybody, first fight, first round especially, just come out and just relax. Like, you know, don't blow your load, don't go out and go crazy, you know, relax, try to see things, you know what I'm saying? Because like the nature is like you come out, one swing goes, and then it's just brawl. Everything goes out the window.
Yeah, of course.
You don't even know what punches you're throwing. You're just like
surviving.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I bet that changes a ton too, like at early level.
Oh, for sure.
Like in your first couple fights have got to be such a different strategy than getting to the professional level with a guy who knows how to fight.
100%. Yeah. It's completely different.
Both people playing chess is different than one guy trying to play chess while the other person's just throwing bombs.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. And even like technical guys, like you'll see technical guys, like guys that like you see them spar, you see them hit pads, like they look really technical, and you'll see them in their first fight, and it just all goes out the window. It's like you're learning how to fight again. Oh, it's crazy. It's
like
weird
underwater at the same time.
Yeah, I got interested in it. I took a couple classes last year, just as I've never fucking boxed before.
Yeah,
and is fun.
It is.
I really
so
really
much
like
fun.
it, and it's so fucking hard, and it immediately let me know of how little ability I have to defend myself.
Yeah.
Against a person who would know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I just should be polite.
Yeah. It does. The more you get into like the MMA world and the combat sports world, you realize like, damn, like some of these dudes, like these are like dudes like you would never even second guess them, and they're killers.
Yeah.
And then there's some guys, just from my experience training, they come in and they look like the scariest motherfuckers in the world, bro, and they're just like one punch to the like hit them in the body and they're just like dying. You know?
They just don't have it.
Yeah, like they're literally like, you know, they went out. You know.
Yeah, what
like,
an interesting, you know, I guess look at sizing other people up.
I know.
Yeah, totally.
I know.
That's like one of the best things Jamie taught me. Like it's like fighting. It's just like when you get fucking hit and rocked, it's like just push through it, and it's like, dude,
absolutely.
it just I don't know, it just breaks that pain thing away.
It
like,
teaches you a lot about yourself, man.
Absolutely.
It does.
Yeah, I'm super interested. Like I'm concerned with my knee.
Yeah.
Of, you know, depending on what I think boxing would probably be the smartest.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. As far as combat, yeah, for sure. For sure.
It's a fake one.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Shit.
Yeah, so I got a total knee replacement like 3 years ago.
Holy shit.
Or in April of 19.
What was the recovery on that like?
Not as bad as the 8 knee surgeries before. The total knee replacement was the easiest and best of the lot. And here we are with it.
It's like some Inspector Gadget shit.
But I think boxing, like, it would be pretty reasonable.
For sure. For sure.
Manage.
I got a buddy, Kevin, right now. He's had like a slight ACL tear, and he's kind of trying to do some things to rehab it, you know, but boxing is like the only like cardio conditioning type stuff that he can even really do with his knee, but it doesn't
do more.
And he could for sure. You're right.
If I could get him on a bike,
you're right.
Assault bike's a fucking enough.
Well, he does assault bike. Yeah. He does assault bike, but like
I think so mean.
Just as far as like kickboxing, but like the boxing doesn't seem to bother him.
Good,
like
good.
He's
getting so mean.
He is, dude.
He's
getting
so good.
He's getting sick, man.
I've got a buddy who runs like a weird fight thing every year. Friend Jason Ellis does a radio show and has a thing called Ellis Mania and has people come and fight. And so he's kind of threw something at me of like, would you?
Oh shit!
And so I think I might.
Dude,
we'll see how it goes. And
we can get you there.
The way I feel about it is, if I'm starting square one against someone else who's starting at square one,
right?
I'm good with my chances.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
See, that wasn't my first experience in fighting. When I got in the ring, they lied about this kid's record. Yeah. And then it was like 2 seconds in the fight. It was like, I was like,
the kid was good, man.
I was like, immediately, I was like, there's no way.
Kid was like 6'1".
Oh shit!
It was, dude,
and it was
came in overweight. Like
it was we don't know. He looked pretty big.
So big.
He looked big. Yeah, he looked
it's
big.
on my Instagram.
What are you fighting at?
130.
130 on this one, 140 on the last one.
I got you by hundo.
Yeah.
At the lightest I've ever been.
No,
I remember getting done with that first round and going to Jamie like, "There's no way this kid's 0-0," and Jamie's like, "No, go kill him."
I was like, "No, dude, this kid's," and that's like right when the fight started. I remember looking to our buddy Craig. He's like a cut man for like Bellator.
Yeah, he's a good buddy of ours.
Super awesome, dude. But yeah, I remember looking at him. I was like, "Yo, this kid's slick, dude." Like, he's fighting. This kid's good, you know.
Any chance that maybe it has all just been training up to that point and hasn't taken a fight?
No, they told us he had.
I think he told Peaches he kickboxed before, maybe.
Kickboxed,
did MMA, but he comes from like a fight family, and they're all killers.
They're all super nice. Dude.
Yeah,
they're all
awesome
dudes. Real good people.
So how's the fight go?
I survived. Went through the whole.
Yeah,
three.
He didn't quit, man. He didn't give up for a second. It's win or learn in there. The only way if you lose is because you quit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah. I mean, he fought his heart out, man.
Dude, I remember there was like 10 seconds left in the third, and he fucking starched me.
Yeah, dude.
And I went down, and I remember it was like the movies when the ref's over you, and like I started smiling because I was like, whoa, this is really how it goes. And I get up, and I'm looking at the ref, and I'm like,
oh, so just fully on the ground.
Oh yeah, I was down. Yeah. I was out for 1 second.
Oh, right
and
on.
I came up, and immediately I was like, nope, not going down like this. So I remember looking at the ref, seeing 3 of the ref, and I'm like, trying to be like, don't look in my eyes, don't look in my eyes, don't look in my eyes. I'm fine. And then he's like, are you okay? And he like checks me. I'm like, yeah, dude, fuck yeah, let's fucking go. And then I like I look at Chance and he's kind of like, oh fuck, man, because he already looked, because I pieced his body up. I was going for his. I was like, I was attacking the body so bad after that. He was so good.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm like, I can't hit your face. I'm gonna hit you in the butt. Yeah.
Yeah. But
so I remember like looking at him and seeing 3, and I'm like, I gotta figure out which one it is. And like, so
no,
he's across the ring, and we start like it felt like the longest second. I was like, God, it was like don't hit me in the head, holding guard, and then the bell's over, and I was like, I just gave him a hug. I was like, oh,
he did.
Woo!
He did the fight was over. You gave him a big hug.
Oh yeah, dude. Like their whole corner was like so confused by me because I hugged him, hugged his coaches. I was like, thank you. They're like, you lost. I was like, I don't fucking care.
Dude, see, I love that, right? Like, cause it's really fucking easy to tell people, oh, I went to the fight, I fucking kicked ass, I got my first win, but like that's not the case.
No,
you didn't take a beating, but you showed up.
Yeah, and I didn't give up.
And he fought his heart. And that's the thing. I'll tell anybody, like, I learned more about Peaches in that fight than him going out there and starching Kid in 10 seconds.
Dude,
you know,
100%.
Adversity every second of every round for 3 rounds, and he didn't break one time.
No, we've talked about it numerous times, and the story gets repeated by people who give a shit, and it's always the same story from guests that like, failure is the biggest part
100%.
of success.
Oh yeah.
That you don't get one without the other. In fact, it's the biggest ingredient.
It is 100%.
And like, just be willing to fail and keep fucking trying.
Absolutely.
Like, oh yeah.
It's how you deal with it. Yeah.
It's ideal.
Yeah.
You know, and you fought for how? I mean, how many? What's your record fights?
3-0 in kickboxing, 1-0 in boxing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. What do you prefer?
I like boxing, man. I've always been big into the boxing, even from whenever I started. Like I started like 12th and Park with like Harold Petty, and right before Ken Lore died. And, yeah, man, it was boxing is just always, man. It's just there's something about it. I don't know.
It's a fucking wild game.
I love it, man. So I love kickboxing too. Like I got to train with this guy Joe Mueller. He's like Muay Thai world champion. You know.
Shit.
Yeah, he's training down like Florida right now with Asa Tenpao. Like literally one of the best in the world. And he's getting him ready for all his fights and stuff. And yeah, he's a killer. And I got to train alongside him for a while. He's my coach for a while. And so I got good Muay Thai. Like my Muay Thai is great. Like my kickboxing's awesome. But there's just something about boxing. I think it's there's just more action. You know. I feel like it's closer range.
See, because I would think, for me, a complete fucking novice layman, I enjoy MMA more because I find more going on than boxing.
Totally, yeah. Absolutely. MMA, for sure. MMA is definitely, I'd say from like an entertainment level, I'd say MMA. Like you grab anybody off the street and you ask them like, what do you want to watch more, like MMA or boxing? And most people would probably say MMA in this day and age. You know, it is exciting. And guys are getting elbowed, guys are getting kneed in the face. You know what I'm saying?
With that said, fucking boxing is popping,
dude. It's
There's money in boxing.
There's an interesting resurgence to fucking boxing, and it ain't got shit to do with boxers. Yes. It's a fucking really weird thing that we've entered.
I know, man. I know. I think it's like all like the more like older guys that have like all like a lot of money are into boxing. I think the MMA is more of like that younger crowd, you know, and there's definitely more money being put in MMA for sure. But boxing, man.
And I think globally still boxing is still the killer.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely.
100%. Yeah.
What do you think about fucking all the celebrity boxing shit going down?
Dude, it's got its good and bad, I feel, you know. I feel like there's definitely a lot more eyes on combat sports, you know, and boxing and stuff, you know. And I also think the pay is even getting like, you know, you see these guys that there's people on that card that have been fighting their whole life making like nothing, and now they're making real money, you know. So for that, in that manner, it's awesome, you know. But at the same time, you also got guys out here now thinking like, oh, some like dude that's boxed for like a year or two can go beat high-level fighters.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah, but is that not the case of like any sport that picks up some steam in the mainstream and someone sees easy money, which there is none of?
No.
I've yet to fucking find any. You guys let me know.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah, there is no fuck.
Yeah.
But I mean, at what point do we have to admit Jake Paul can fight?
Oh, dude, he can box.
Yeah, he can box.
He can box.
He knocked Woodley the fuck out,
it was
bro.
Beautiful. It was,
and not only that, like, it's not a fucking random careless punch.
No, that's what I said, dude. And if you watch the fight, man, he was throwing that 4 all night, dude. He was throwing that 4. He's going to the body too. And if you see, he does a little feint to the body, and Woodley's hands drop, and then he does it again, but he throws the jab to the body and then just loops that floor over the top.
Dude,
and he bid on it, man.
It was so good.
He set the trap and he bid on it. Oh, dude, it was over. Dude. That was probably, honestly, one of the better knockouts I've seen in this whole year.
Yeah,
how crazy it is to be Tyrone Woodley and be like, yo, the worst knockout I took was from it.
Dude, and Ben Askren, bro.
Well, with that said, we haven't fought a boxer.
Yeah. No, that's true.
I'm not sure who's the next old MMA guy that Jake Paul's going to kick the shit out of.
Dude, I want to see him and Anderson Silva.
Yeah, they're talking about Anderson Silva.
I want to see him and Anderson Silva. I think Silva gives him the
Silva
business.
Give one kick.
Yeah.
Fucking strap gloves to his feet. I bet he doesn't win that.
I don't even think he needs it, man. He looks so good boxing. Like you see him. He is old. He is old.
Look. Jake Paul right now is in the prime of an athletic.
Sure. Absolutely.
For sure.
He's in the sweet age range. Was he fucking late 20s?
Yeah,
he's
early
mid
20s.
He's like 24.
He's indestructible.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh, 100%.
This guy's on top of the world. He's fucking killing it. I'm sure everything that can go right in training is there.
100%.
You know, like we've got some friends in Miami that went down to the Dominican, and I love that they fucking moved.
Puerto Rico. Yeah.
They fucking moved to Puerto Rico to get away from taxes.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Peace. Him and Logan. Like they're both fucking
big ass houses.
Moved everything in their full compound and all their people.
I had no idea about that.
They're like, fuck it, we can live here like absolute drug lords.
Yep.
Or be confined in
Puerto
LA.
Rico's sick. I was just in Puerto Rico a few months ago, dude. It was so sick.
Dude, our fucking secret plan is Bali.
Oh,
like I looked up like what cost of living like shit would be in Bali, and I haven't looked at Puerto Rico, so maybe it's similar and it's closer. That'd be sick.
Oh, that'd be fucking so tight.
Like Bali, like we could get like one of those dope looking like 3 or 4 bedroom villas with like the private pool and all that. Like they're $400,000, so they're not millions of dollars. No, they're not fucking expensive.
It's like a house
crazy.
in Benton Park,
correct?
Or Soulard,
or fucking the Grove.
I wonder what like living expenses are there though.
Look that up too.
Yeah.
So to have a lifestyle that provides car and driver, a maid, a daily maid, someone who does all your laundry, someone who cooks all your meals, and a daily masseuse.
Oh, okay.
So $100,000 can get you that for 10 years.
Get the fuck out of here.
$10,000 a year.
That's not bad, dude. That's
what's
crazy.
There's no weed in Thailand.
Oh.
Yeah, I know that's.
Wait, in Thailand? And you said in Thailand?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
I feel like those Thai guys are
not into it. They'll fucking send you to jail.
Damn.
Beat you with canes.
Maybe it's like a low key thing over there with the fighters because I know all those.
Look, I think it's a low key thing everywhere.
Yeah. I feel like even in like places as recreational, people are still kind of like, is this really cool?
Fuck, it's weird, man.
We can really do this here.
It's so weird that Asian cultures are so against marijuana, but
still highly religious.
But
there's still a lot kicking around.
But also, you know, like they're also very like, you know, built on like herbs and like Chinese like
there's a lot of holistic medicine.
That's
a lot of
exactly.
those
So
of
like to think like, but you're not going to accept the one that has pretty much everything in it. You know, like this thing has a cure for almost everything. Like literally, like they've proven this shit cures cancer. Like, what more proof do you need? Like
cannabis is a really, really interesting drug.
It is.
But at the same time, you go to Japan and everyone's like pounding out cigarettes like it's going out of style.
Yeah, dude.
Like they've got like ventilators in their cars.
Yeah, but how cool do they look?
Oh, so cool. So fucking cool.
Yeah,
just
badass.
fucking hammering smoke.
Yeah. Fucking.
I got to get to Japan.
Yeah.
I've added a couple places this year to like the vision board of places I need to see.
Yeah.
Man.
Japan's on the list because it's just such a different planet.
Yeah.
We've got some rad friends that I think would be cool, like tour guides.
Yeah.
The other place is like adventure wise, like Nazaré, Portugal. And
that'd be awesome.
Fell in love with that place watching 100-Foot Wave on HBO. So documentary about these big wave surfers. And like fucking these guys, this guy Greg McNamara. This is the place that has the biggest waves on earth that are accessible.
Yeah.
And so like they're trying to catch 100-foot fucking wave.
That's insane.
And watching it, I just realized that like the biggest sea that I've probably ever been in is probably 10 foot, and so reality means probably 6.
Yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah,
right. That like I've been in.
Yeah,
dude,
and it's gnarly.
Oh hell yeah!
And so I don't have any type of reference of what 80 or 100-foot wall of moving water looks like. A fucking 6-story building of water chasing.
It's literally terrifying.
And so I want to go to Nazaré. I don't plan on getting in the water.
Yeah,
there's no way.
Oh, hell no.
But
there's like if you fell from that, that's got to be like hitting concrete.
have you ever seen any like the wave stuff there?
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's so fucking scary.
It's insane. Isn't that where they do like the Red Bull wave shit? Yeah.
So all the big wave surf now happens
dude,
there.
That's crazy.
And so it seems like sometime between March and October, like if you do 3 weeks, you can catch a window of bad weather to get waves.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, but try to time that out. Like
I could probably go for 3 weeks. I think I could probably arrange my life to live in Portugal for 3 weeks to wait for waves.
Oh, that
and like I'm kind of I just want to see it. I'm not riding them. I'm just such an asshole. But man, I've got to see Earth do some interesting shit, and that's on the list. Like I've seen really gnarly glaciers and got to do a glacier hike. I've seen active volcano.
Oh shit!
So the same trip.
You got to round it out, and you got to see this weird.
See what the fucking ocean does.
Dude, what if you got in one of those like
boogie boards,
those bubble things, dude?
It's
the
bubble
ball.
But in one of the dude, just
that
get
seems
like
the best jackass,
like a reinforced one, like a reinforced one, like one that's just.
You'd have to be like stuck like this in it.
You have like an oxygen.
Man, all my logic would be like, you'd be fine. That thing pops. It's like you drowned terribly.
Yeah,
you have the worst death of all time, trapped in this plastic ball.
Yeah, dude.
Like keep a pistol next to you for like, this is the only way out.
But you can only use a harpoon gun.
No,
you're stuck underwater. Like,
so they get you back in the boat, harpoon you and reel you in.
Why did you get shot in the ass first?
Dude. Have you ever messed with cold tub or any of that type of stuff in training?
I've done like ice baths, just the old school way though.
Yeah.
Just the ice cubes.
This is just the easiest.
Oh, dude.
The easiest route.
I'm fucking jealous.
Dude, I've been running it like twice a day.
Oh, you hit it twice a day.
So like my typical routine now is I'll try to get up here in the morning, usually first thing.
Yeah.
And then it's an hour of some form of cardio.
Yeah.
And usually 30 minutes, hour in the sauna, and then into the cold.
Oh yeah, that's shock. Yeah.
Man, when I'm out of it, so the big turn on it is what I'm chasing. The drug I'm chasing is dopamine.
Yeah.
And so the cardio first thing in the morning, mixed with the sauna, you have the heat shock protein dopamine release, and then the cold. Like they show studies that the cold is like a 300 to 500% dopamine release.
That's incredible.
It's essentially the same release that cocaine is.
Oh my God, I had no idea.
Cold tub more often.
We're all like, all right, let's get in
there.
And so I'm kind of curious now that I have it accessible.
Yeah.
And if I can be disciplined enough on the other variables in my life, like if I can show up every day and I can make sure that I'm adding that into my routine.
Yeah, definitely.
And eating the right shit and going to sleep. What does it alter?
Right.
Like what performance does it enhance?
Yeah.
Adding that in.
What changes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm curious. Like I love getting to experiment with those things. And I think it matters that you choose hard stuff.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure, dude. Yeah.
I mean, fuck, man, walking toward a ring or walking toward any of that. Like that's such I've competed for so long in my life, but I've never done a thing that's versus you.
Yeah. Right.
Football in high school is about as close as it got.
Totally. Yeah.
Like I've never wrestled. I never did any of that. And so I find the combat sports such an interesting thing.
Bro.
I've never had to react to another person while competing.
Yeah.
See, and I've always, like, I got into it because I just wanted to prove to myself. And it's like, what am I made of? And it's like, what is that limit where I'm just like, no. And it's like, we just keep going. It's like
just a platform just to like push yourself. You
know?
It's
like everyone I spar is double my size.
Yeah, we got a lot of bigger guys,
and it's so much. It's like,
and you guys are just sparring in the garage, and
so like we spar like Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 4 to 5. Like one of those days will usually be like a harder spar, and then like usually that'll be like Wednesday. Lately, it's kind of been like a Monday, but
what do you guys have tomorrow?
Tomorrow we got 4 to 5 spar, 5 to 6 Dutch.
Maybe I'll shoot you. I'll see what I've got going on tomorrow.
Dude, come out,
yeah,
come out, bro.
Dutch.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Think I may have plans for mushrooms tomorrow night.
Hey, there we go.
I've got a friend who's starting to do like therapeutic sessions and being able to work with people, and so while she's going through that process, she can't administer.
Yeah.
But if I was to have mushrooms, and she was to join me for
loopholes.
Yeah. So I was really concussed last November, and one of the ways that I helped my brain was microdosing mushrooms for 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Did you notice a big change?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, because it was like a compound concussion. So it was like just feeling off, like lack of empathy. And it was like slowly but surely over the next like couple weeks, it was like felt better than I've ever been before.
This was November last year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually had a buddy who he had went through like a really terrible divorce, like fucked him up real bad, real bad. And he was for months, man, like that dude was going through some dark shit every day. And he got through that whole thing microdosing mushrooms.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And it like completely repaired his whole entire life, fixed all his depression. Like
it's interesting.
He swears by him. And he still takes them every single day like a vitamin, dude. So he doesn't even take enough to trip, But
I've taken it every day for the last 2 years.
Yeah. See, that's incredible.
I can't find. There's nothing else I've ever taken other than the product I take. It's called Neurogen. Is the guy I buy it from. And it's the only thing that I wish I could just be like, yo, everyone should have this.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
totally.
We're on that path for everyone to have it too. Like it's.
I hope, man. I really hope that we get there.
Yeah, it should be.
Look, I'm not mad at the pharmaceutical shit.
No,
like we need that too.
Yeah, totally.
But we should have the option of both.
Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
And we should have like educated doctors that aren't just sales.
Yeah, if anything, they should come together. It shouldn't be like fucking.
We're at least seeing studies with John Hopkins and going through stuff and looking what psilocybin can change and all that. And man, I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm glad because it's been such a valuable tool for me.
Yeah,
that is like the one thing I have to have in my house at all times. And it's like, all right, just in case. It's like,
just a little bit of motion.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Totally.
Figure out life a little bit.
Yeah,
maybe go a little deeper down that rabbit hole.
Tomorrow's I need to dive in.
Yeah.
You care if we hit this pen?
No, dude, please make yourself at home.
I got a pre-roll too.
No, man, this thing. Please, you're welcome. You're welcome for whatever here, man. I've got an ashtray.
Hey, hell yeah, man.
But dude, this is rad. As we're kind of wrapping up, coming up. Where are we at, Brant?
About an hour.
Okay,
cool. A little over an hour.
We got a little bit. So like building your own, like that's the other side, right? Like I think people get so fearful of building their own business.
Yeah.
And all of the fucking things that come with that.
Totally.
Of the fear of it, the starting a business and paying taxes and fucking where do you get an LLC and how do you
it's kind of it is like going into it was like really scary. I was like I kind of made it out to being like a bigger thing than it ended up being, and I was like, oh, like this really isn't as big as I thought, like it's kind of like human nature. I feel like you kind of make things out to be like this big thing, and like and then you do it and you're like, oh, like that wasn't really shit, it wasn't anything what I thought it was gonna be,
Yeah, it's still steps.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it's been really helpful too, is like there's so many people at the gym that like want to see Jamey succeed and like know more than like me or him know how to do this shit.
Yeah,
and
100%.
Like,
it's a real community thing.
It's nuts, and it's like they're not asking for money or anything. It's just like, no, let's just get
they
this
want to
going.
help.
Yeah,
dude,
let's go.
It's a big change up, right? Whenever you realize the group of people you're around stops acting out of like any type of scarcity.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
and the group starts acting out of the rising tide raises all ships.
Yeah.
Right. And like
100% grow together. Yeah,
dude, that's immediately I saw you guys, saw the vibe, saw the gym, and I'm like, yo,
it's a real family in there, man. Dude. Like it's everybody is just so close knit, and it's like there's just this vibe, there's like this energy, and like it's just we all share it,
It's wild. It's like there's several musicians.
It just like, only attracts like this certain kind of person, and it's everybody in there is willing to just work so hard, push themselves to the limit. And everybody in there is just like such good people.
Yeah.
Like,
and everyone has this crazy competitive edge about themselves, but not towards each other. It's like,
it's all love. Everybody, it's like
it's
all
always
love.
Towards themselves.
Like,
it's like,
yeah, it's the kind of thing like, there's like, it's competitive, but everybody knows like we're a team. You know what I'm saying? Like we're pushing each other.
Well, we're all sharpening the blade.
Exactly.
Yeah. Iron sharpens iron, right?
100%. 100%.
Yeah, man. Yeah, super, super rad. I love that. I love everything that you guys are building with it.
It means a lot, man, for real.
And, being around, like I said, being around people that aren't focused on scarcity, and all of a sudden everyone wants everyone to do better and everyone wants everyone to succeed. It's crazy once you see that switch start happening.
Totally. Yeah.
To what happens to the group around you. Everyone starts getting better. Everyone starts improving.
Yeah.
And again, you figure out those steps.
Totally.
Right? Like, but at some point you've got to make moves to start figuring them out.
Yeah.
with the business thing, those things, but
definitely
they're not that hard. Right. They're not the barrier that everyone wants to believe they are.
100%. Yeah, there's always some risk with anything.
It is.
You know, and it's just some people like are going to play it a little more safe. Some people are just going to be like, let's go for it.
There's no fucking risk, man. Both passed in the same way.
Yeah,
exactly. The fucking ground.
And exactly. And that's exactly right. Yeah. It's not as, people just make things out to be a lot bigger than it is, you know?
Oh, man, there's no safe road.
No. And I feel like there's like a huge societal push on just like, don't take a different path. Like don't go outside the box. Like be safe.
Yeah, like play it safe.
Yeah, nerf your life. You know, it's like don't try to take that risk.
I've never played it safe, man.
Fuck no.
I really haven't. It's kind of like, I guess it can be bad, it can be good, but yeah, it seemed to work out in this case, you know. Like,
you know, and all of my lifting years and coming from that type of stuff, you know, from the more traditional strength sports, powerlifting, those type of things, You end up with a typical gym crowd. Like you get meatheads, you get these like all this type of audience, right?
Totally.
And what you're building seems to be like a bunch of people who don't have a history with having training and physical culture in their life.
Yeah, even like all the people I train like to fight, it's like they've all been doing this for like a year, maybe a little over, you know.
Yeah, I've been an athlete since I was fucking 12.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Everything is really green, you know, everybody's really green, you know. So it's cool though, because like, you know, the people that start getting better, like they end up, you know, like kind of looking out for the other people in the gym that are still like improving, you know. So it's just like there's always eyes on people. Everybody's trying to make everybody better.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool to see like people that are starting to take like that leadership position, you know, and people that would never have dreamed of doing that, like shy people, you know. And it's like just so cool to see people, you know. I had one buddy who was like telling me, I was like, man, like somebody was like, man, like you're so different now, and he's like, no, I'm not different. He's like, I'm just finally able to act the way I've always wanted to act, because he's like, I've never had the confidence to.
Dude, what an incredible thing!
And I was just like, whoa, yeah,
what a fucking incredible thing, right? Like that
insane.
That empowerment that comes from the physical thing. Like I try to explain that so many times of like a lot of confidence that I have, a lot of where it all came from was that, man, I chalked up wins for a really long time in sports.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, I was able to make progress. I was able to see success. I was able to realize a loss isn't the end of the fucking world. And if most people don't realize that the failure is not a big deal and the loss isn't a big deal, getting your ass kicked all the time doesn't, you know, hurt. And, you know, I learned early enough that the harder I pushed at stuff, the more I got back from it. I learned that with the physical thing first.
Yeah, you get what you give, 100%.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people don't come from that background. So seeing guys that don't have the athletic thing that I did,
totally,
seeing it click, and then they realize how much it makes them feel better, and then the confidence, and it works mental health,
it's
and then
insane.
I feel, you know, that I'm moving better.
Yeah. I mean, people will go to work and they do their job better, and like there's just like normal daily things you find yourself being like, you know, doing more of, you know, like if you were lazy, maybe like, you know, it helps fix all that shit, you know.
Maybe you made the bed that morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Who fucking cares, man? Momentum. You know what?
Yeah.
Like easy wins, dude.
Yeah,
I've had plenty
100%.
of days where like I just feel slightly off from the universe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
To where it's like, oh fuck, like everything adds an extra job. Like, oh, I just need coffee, but somehow I managed to spill it. Now I have to change clothes, and I didn't have coffee. And I cost myself 20 fucking minutes to a time I didn't have. And like you feel out of sync with the universe.
Yeah,
like I'm catching every red light. Like fuck.
Yeah, it is like that. Yeah,
like
definitely.
Everything's that 2-second fuck up that cost you 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, the whole
fucking punishment is never worth the crime. I'm like, God damn it.
But yeah, you gotta have those days to balance out, because I don't know. It's like I kind of appreciate those days too. It's just like fucking goddamn, what's gonna happen next? Like, of course this is.
It's like a test of your patience.
Yeah, dude, hard days are coming.
Yeah, for sure.
And so be ready to handle hard things.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why you push yourself in the physical part, right? Like that to me, like life is gonna throw so many things at you that are gonna be really fucking hard to deal with.
Definitely.
And shit that I can't control, like the last 2 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or any number of fucking different things, whether that's sickness or fucking whatever else can pop up that randomly takes people.
Yeah, definitely.
So control what you can.
Definitely. Yeah.
You know, your health's one of them.
100%.
You can find an outlet for that physical thing, and you can find that community of people that also want to get better.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, man, I'm just pumped on it.
Yeah, me too, man.
And so, well, we're gonna have to come out and
dude,
be part of it.
100%, man.
You have to.
Yeah, I'd
It's
like
so
to get
much
into a
fun.
routine for sure, man.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah, and dude, any of this type of stuff with the strength training side of it, like,
yeah.
anything I can help with.
Oh, dude, I would love to pick your brain
Cool.
for sure, man. Yeah.
It's great. And again, man, tell everyone where you guys are at, how they can find all your stuff.
Yeah, Church of Jamey, at Church of Jamey on Instagram for sure. And my private page is at Jamey Croson, JameyKroesen.
I'm Peachy Two Blades on Instagram. So it's a barber page, but there's a bunch of workout and fighting shit on there. It's kind of intermingling now.
Yeah.
One
Dude,
identity.
I love it.
Yeah, so do I. It's tight.
I would love it. I love it, man. And you and me, we should talk more business stuff. I bet I have some ideas that could help.
Dude, I'm all about that, bro. I'm all about that, man.
Cool. We'll call it a wrap. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys for listening. And check us out everywhere you want to listen to podcasts.